Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Dave Kubel is the head of Intercessors for America. They've been praying for issues related to our country for decades. I've known Dave for several years, and many of his staff, especially his IT man, Bill Lee, is our IT man, and has been for several years. And in an interview with Christian Post, Dave said this. He said, in light of how much distaste exists for Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, we know that it is the strategy of the enemy, Satan himself, the strategy of Satan, to stir up as much hate as possible in this process. And then he reminds us of what we're commanded to do, actually, in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 1 and 2, where it says, I urge, the apostle says, I urge, sense of urgency. I urge, first of all, sense of priority, urgency and priority. I urge, first of all, that requests, prayers, intercessions, and thanksgiving be made for everyone, then listen, for kings and all those in authority, that we might live peaceable and quiet lives in all godliness and holiness. May I say to you, that's an admonition, that's a command, that's not a suggestion. That's a command to God's people to do that, to be in prayer. And we need that more than ever for this election. Dave says this, I also think we need to pray for the truth, that the truth would be known, that each believer would know the truth, and the believers would step into the polls. And then as they are in the polls, that they would ask the Lord for guidance, that they would vote according to His kingdom, and that His kingdom would come and His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Dave also quotes Edmund Burke's famous statement that, that all is needed for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. Good men do nothing, evil prevails. So I think we need to keep that in mind as we come to this election. Dave said, for the most part, Washington, D.C. and the current political system is broken, no question about it. There's too much dependence upon the state. Government is God in the eyes of many. They're looking to government to do what only God can do. Debt is out of control. There's acrimony on the floor. We need somebody who can change all that. We need to vote for the candidate that best can change these things. And with all that, Dave Kubel said this, that great shakings, unprecedented shakings are coming. It's inevitable. Get ready. Fasten your seatbelts. Great shakings are coming. And that in the near future, the contrast between light and darkness will be very clear. And unless remorse and repentance sweeps the church, a spiritual revival is not going to happen anytime soon. There are those who say, out of conscience, we're taking a morally superior attitude on this and we're not going to vote. But may I suggest to you, a non-vote is in fact a vote. Let's not kid ourselves. A non-vote is in fact a vote. And Edmund Burke's great statement couldn't be more true than this. Evil will prevail if good men do nothing. If you're not going to vote, forget about praying. So next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, or until Messiah comes, Yivareke Yahweh. Yahweh bless you, bless those you love, and bless those who love you.